creepy people, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing the unboxing for the September 2019 horror pack, which I'm super excited about. I watched all of the movies from last month, so I will be reviewing those first before we get to unboxing the new ones. But before we do that, if you guys do not know what Horror Pack is, basically it is a subscription service where every month you get 4 new DVD and or Blu-rays, and they are all horror movie genre related. I myself am a huge fan of horror movies. If you guys are as well, I will put a link right at the top of the description box so you guys can easily go and click and sign up if you are interested. I have been doing this for quite a long time. Thank you so much to Horror Pack for sending me these packs every month so I can unbox them for you guys. Sometimes we get a lot of really good picks. Sometimes we get a lot of questionable ones, and sometimes we get some just straight up awful ones. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and review the movies that we got in last month's horror pack. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. Last month, there was not one bad movie. I actually enjoyed all of them, and the one that I think I enjoyed the most out of all of them was World War Z with Brad Pitt. Now, I wouldn't exactly call this a horror movie. This is definitely more of like a sci-fi thriller type movie. It kind of gave me like I Am Legend / Day of the Dead vibes. I don't know, it was kind of like basically the entire world breaks out in this like rabies type infection, everyone loses their minds, and basically it's like the apocalypse. So they have to figure out how to survive, they have to try to find a cure, and I really enjoyed this movie. Brad Pitt is not one of my favorite actors of all time, but he did a really good job in this movie, and it was very entertaining. The ending, you know, like I said, it was a lot like I Am Legend with Will Smith, and I actually really love that movie, and I got a lot of those vibes from this. The other one I want to talk about is this one, and this was the movie Condemned. Basically, it is about a girl who lives a very rich lifestyle and kind of has a grungy type boyfriend, and she leaves home to go live with her boyfriend, and they live in this condemned, disgusting apartment building where all of the neighbors are either drug addicts, they all just have their own little issues. It's all dirty, people are gross, like, so she goes and lives with them. So people are, you know, spitting down the sink, flushing their drugs down the toilet, so that's really kind of infecting this sort of like gross thing in all of the pipes, and everyone starts to get really sick, and once they do get sick, they kind of start to attack everyone else, so kind of like a zombie sort of type thing. And this movie was actually pretty good. It was kind of cheesy in some parts, kind of dumb, but it was actually a really good movie. I don't think this is a very well-known movie, just based off like who the actors are in it. I've never heard of anyone, so I don't think this is a very popular movie, but it definitely wasn't bad. It wasn't one of my favorites, but yeah, it was very interesting. It was a really good concept, really good idea behind it. The next one is from the producers of The Ring and The Grudge, and that was The Echo. This was the one I didn't enjoy as much, and the reason I will say that is because I feel like it's kind of slow. I feel like it's kind of boring, if I'm willing to go that far. It was just kind of like, you know, just kind of watching a movie go like this, and then, oh, some good parts, and then back down to this, and then, oh, another good part. And I did get a lot of feelings like from the Grudge movie, like the producer of The Grudge. You can tell he had a part in this movie because it had those very similar vibes, especially with the little girl in the movie and just the overall concept. But this movie was kind of like, and I'll probably be donating it to a friend who I know would probably enjoy this movie a little more than me. And last but not least is the Horror Pack Limited Edition, and that was Malignant with Brad Dourif and Gary Carins? I could be saying that wrong. And I was actually very pleasantly surprised with this movie. It was very high quality. It was done with actual cameras, because most of the Horror Pack Limited Editions are kind of like just very B-movie-ish, not really that well produced, I guess you could say. First off, Brad Dourif, I got the biggest smile on my face when I heard him speak for the first time in this movie, and the only thing I could think about was Chucky. It's definitely him in this movie. Hearing his voice throughout the whole thing just made my heart smile. I loved that. So basically, it is about a guy who lost his wife to cancer, and he deals with the grief by drinking a lot of alcohol. So he is an alcoholic, and Brad Dourif plays a scientist who wants to help people with their addictions, and if they can't follow through with getting over their addiction, they end up killing people without them knowing it. So basically, this scientist will implant like some sort of pacemaker into their body, and what he can do is he can control them to kill people. So it's like they're killing someone, but it's not really them, it's someone else controlling them, and they have no idea what happened because they either blacked out from being too drunk or whatever the case may be. So it was a very interesting concept, and I actually really liked it, and towards the end, it gets very interesting, not the ending that I thought it was going to be. Alright, so those were all of the movies from last month. Now we can get to opening all of the new movies. I have not looked in here. I have no idea what's in here, so we are just going to rip this open. Alright, so as you can see, we have 4 new Blu-rays in here. It looks like we have one with a slipcover. So let's go ahead and start with the one on the very bottom. And the one on the very bottom is a Screamfest movie, and this is American Mary. And this is a film by the Soska sisters, which I think we actually had a movie by them in a horror pack before. And the synopsis of the movie is: disillusioned with medical school and perpetually broke, med student Mary Mason finds herself drawn to the shady world of underground surgery and body modification. Directed by twisted twins Jen and Sylvia Soska. Yes, that's the movie, Dead Hooker in a Truck. That's the movie we got in a horror pack, and they were in it. Okay, I knew that sounded familiar. The stylish, subversive tour de force has been hailed by critics as one of the most fascinating female-themed horror stories in years. So this sounds pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to be something I'm into, because I didn't exactly enjoy Dead Hooker in a Truck. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't, so we will have to give this a try, but the real question is, am I going to like it? I don't know. So that's the first one that we got in this horror pack. The next one, I'm gonna take the one with the slipcover because that one is really piquing my interest here, and this one is The Hole. Okay, and this is from the director of Gremlins and Small Soldiers, so both really good movies. Here is what the cover of this one looks like. It kind of has like a iridescent type look to it. And the synopsis of this one is: when Dane and his little brother Lucas move from the city to the suburbs, they're in for a big surprise. Along with cute next-door neighbor Julie, they unlock a trapdoor to a mysterious hole in their basement. Once opened, long-buried secrets are unearthed, and the three must confront their darkest fears in a fierce battle for survival. So this actually sounds really, really good. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it, but I'm definitely very, very curious in this kind of thing. It's almost like It, where, you know, he shows himself as your biggest fears and whatnot. So I don't know why that made me think of it, but it did. The next one is, I'm going to take the one off the very top, and this one is called Dead Mine. So here is what the cover of this one looks like. I have never heard of this before, and it does not look like a horror movie at all. It looks like an action movie, which I'm not really that into, but let's go ahead and see what it says on the back. So on the back it says, the legend of Yamashita's gold lures a group of treasure hunters deep into the Indonesian jungle. Once they are trapped in an abandoned World War II Japanese bunker, they face the terrifying reality that the only way out is to go further in. Combining fast-paced action and horror, Dead Mine features an international cast that includes The Raid, Redemption, and Fast and Furious 6 star Joe Taslim, and an army of mutant samurai warriors. So that is what this one is about. I highly doubt I'm going to like this movie, but I will watch it for Horror Pack. I will watch it for you guys, and I will report back next month of what I thought of it. But right off the bat, this does not look like something I would ever look twice at, but that's the thing about Horror Pack. It's a way of changing up your movie taste and discovering something else that you may like. So I may end up liking this movie. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Alright guys, and then we have one movie left in here, and I'm assuming this is going to be the Horror Pack limited edition. Oh my god. And this one is called Hell Arias. So hilarious, but hell, ha ha ha. So here's what the cover of this one looks like. This one looks very interesting. Okay, so this looks like a movie with a bunch of like short films, because on the back it it says 7 Legendary Tales of When It All Goes to Hell. So this movie is 80 minutes long. Here's what it looks like on the back. It just kind of shows you little clips of each of the movies, but it doesn't actually tell you what each movie is about. So there really isn't much to say about this. It says at the top, try not to die laughing. So I will give this a go and see how it is. Usually, like the last one we got like this, it was not good at all. So I will give this one a go and see what we think of it. The cover is very interesting. I've never seen a movie cover look like that. It's just kind of like a X-ray green slime kind of thing. I don't know, looks pretty interesting. All right guys, and that is everything that we got in the September horror pack this month. I am a little indifferent. I feel like the only one I am super interested in is The Hole, so I'll probably watch this one first. And I don't know, like the rest of them I just feel kind of indifferent about, but I'll give them a try. And hopefully next month I will have something good to say about these movies. And next month is of course the best month of the entire year, which is October. So we will see what awesome spooky movies we have for the October horror pack. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go down, give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to go down and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But as always, I love you guys, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Stay creepy. Bye, guys.